I am Mrs. Reyna. I teach fourth grade science and math, and I absolutely love science. And so, what I'm going to be doing, and my hope in making these videos for you, is that you learn some of the things we're doing on the Reyna Ranch, and just expose you to some of the fun things that we're doing and some of the fun things that we're learning. Okay, so on March the 7th, just as we started spring, my kids had a grand idea. We're getting chicks. So, of course, we were at Tractor Supply getting some feed for some other animals, and we bought some chicks. We bought four. And so I'm going to introduce you to them today. I'm going to show you a couple of the traits they have, some of the characteristics they have from their mom and dad. And we'll be able to see distinctly, we're going to be focused on the feathers, the coloring they have, and then the comb. When I am talking about the comb, I am referring to the little part of the head at the top that's red, kind of sticks out, kind of like a mohawk. Um, so all chickens can have combs. It's at first I thought, oh, it must have a comb because it's a rooster, but that's not a fact. The fact is that all chickens will have some type of comb. It's actually an organ, just like your heart. And so what the comb does, it helps the chick or the chicken or the hen or the rooster fluctuate their temperature. So this organ is really important so that they're nice and healthy. So I'm going to introduce you to our four chicks, and then we're going to be able to venture through and see as they grow, and you're going to be able to meet them and see them as they grow into mature adults and as they start to provide some healthy eggs for us too. All right, so I'm going to put my computer down for just a minute. And I'm going to start, my daughter's going to help me pull them out of their little cage, and I'm going to introduce you to them, okay? So be patient with us here. All right. So this here is Chestnut. And Chestnut, turn around. There you go. Chestnut already has a very bright red comb. And one of the things that I read about as I was researching is that a chicken who has a very bright red comb is a very healthy chicken. And so one of the things I noticed as I was handling the chick, as his or hers, I'm not sure if it's a boy or a girl. We're assuming that it is a boy because his comb has grown really quickly compared to the others. So we will see as Chestnut gets older as to whether he's a boy or a girl. But one of the other things I learned is if their combs are a brown, black color, or very light and pale, that means they're not healthy. So you want to have a chicken who has very nice bright red comb, and that means that they're very healthy. Even in handling Chestnut, I could tell that as he was getting nervous, it would get a little bit lighter, and so that was just an indication to me that maybe he wasn't feeling as well, maybe because he was nervous. But I want you to see his or her coloring. Feathers are growing in. Oh, beautiful feathers there. Thank you, Chestnut. And so Chestnut has black, gray, and brown. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Pumpkin. It's okay. And so one of the things I want you to notice is that Chestnut does not have any feathers on his little feet or her little feet. But we'll see. I want you to just notice those differences. Okay, I'm going to put Chestnut away. It's okay, Pumpkin. Okay. This here is Butterscotch. Butterscotch does not have a comb yet, so we'll see how that comes in. It's barely starting to I'm going to put her really close. You can see some little bitty specks. She's looking at the camera there. And he or she, because again, I don't know if it's a boy or girl, but I'm going to make the inference that it's a girl because it doesn't have a very distinct comb yet. Okay, so we'll find out. Now, another thing I want you to notice about Chestnut, her feathers are growing in, very pretty. Oh, it's okay, Pumpkin, it's okay. And she's got black, brown spotted with black, very beautiful. Now, when she was a baby chick, she had more yellow in her, which is why we called him or her, again, Butterscotch. So sweet, so tender. Okay. Oh, and another thing I wanted you to notice is that Butterscotch has a lot of feathers on those little feet. So I want you to notice that difference as well. Out of the way. All right, so here is Lemon. Now, Lemon was very yellow when she was a baby chick. Now it's her feathers are getting lighter, but she's got real fluffy feathers, and so you can see the top of his or her head. I'm going to make the inference that it's a girl. It kind of looks like crazy hair, but it's very soft and just very fluffy. Another thing about Lemon, her feet also have feathers on them. So I want you to notice that, and we'll be able to see as he or she grows um, how um, how she'll become or he will become an adult. Another thing, as I start to investigate and research what type of breed of bird they are, we'll be able to see that some of those traits that they have, like for example, the feathers on the feet, are distinct to their breed. So we'll talk about those characteristics as well. Okay, one last one. And this last one is actually my favorite. I'm going to say she's a girl, but we will see. So this is Silky. Silky is brown. She's got a little bit of like a light cream color on her or him. But one of the things I love about Silky is that she's got crazy hair. So Silky started to get feathers, and unlike the other chicks, her feathers are not tamed at all. It's like crazy hair. I'm telling you, they're all over the place. So if you look at her, they're just all sticking up, and all her feathers are black and beautiful. So one of the reasons we called her Silky was because her initial feathering on her body when she was a baby chick, that first or 2 weeks, it's okay, Pumpkin. She had her feathers were very silky, like very soft and silky. So that's why we called her Silky. All right, there you go, Victoria. They're ready to get back in their cage and with their friends. Okay, so anyways, again, the things we learned about today, those traits that are so different, right? So some of the chickens or the chicks have feathers on their feet. Some of them don't. The combs are very distinct. Remember, that's an organ, and it helps the chicken fluctuate their temperature. So that helps them there. And it's a very vital part, a vital organ for the chicks, because it really helps them to fluctuate that temperature. And then the owner of those chickens are able to see that when their comb is a dark color, like a black or a brown, or even pale color, it shows that they're unhealthy. So that's the time that you might want to consult or try to find some information, maybe online, or take them to a vet to see what's going on. As we're going through, I'm going to share as they're growing, but I also want to expose you to some of the other farm animals we have here. And we'll be able to identify, you can help me actually do some research and identify what kind of breed they possibly are, whether they're chicks, whether they're chickens or they're roosters, male or female. Another thing that's very distinct about them is because of their different type of breeds, their eggs even have a different coloring. So some may lay eggs that are completely white. Some may, and I'm talking about the eggshell now. Some may lay eggs that have a brown shell. Some may be a little blue or a little green. So we'll be able to see those distinctions as well. I am so happy that you joined me today. I hope that you have enjoyed our first video on the Rainer Ranch. I hope that you have learned something today and really enjoyed this exposure to these baby chicks. Anyways, hasta luego. Nos vemos la próxima. I'll see you next time. Bye.